You know, I was talking to my neighbor Helen the other day, and she said something that really stuck with me. She told me getting up from the couch shouldn't feel like climbing a mountain. Chuckles softly. Can you relate? Maybe you've noticed little things, like reaching for a coffee mug on the top shelf feels harder than it used to, or you catch yourself slouching in your favorite chair without even realizing it. Here's the thing, friends. Those small aches, that feeling of being a bit more hunched over than you'd like, it's not just part of getting older. A lot of it comes down to something we can actually fix, our posture. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Posture? Really? How much difference can that make? Well, let me tell you, standing tall isn't just about looking confident. Studies show that good posture after 65 can improve breathing, reduce back pain, and even help you feel more energized throughout the day. It's like giving your body a tune-up. So today, we're going to talk about 3 simple adjustments you can start making today. No fancy equipment or complicated routines. Just you, your body, and a little bit of awareness. And trust me, by the time we're done, you'll see why standing tall might just be the secret to adding more life to your years. Let's start with the most common culprit, your head position. Imagine your head is like a bowling ball. It's heavy, right? Now, if that bowling ball is sitting right on top of your spine, perfectly balanced, your neck and shoulders don't have to work overtime to hold it up. But if it's tipped forward, even just an inch or two, that's like asking your muscles to carry a 10-pound weight all day long. No wonder we feel tired. Here's how to fix it. I call this the chin tuck. Gently tuck your chin backward, like you're trying to make a double chin. Don't worry, no one's watching. Hold it for 3 seconds, then release. Do this 5 times whenever you think of it, waiting for the kettle to boil, during TV ads, or even while brushing your teeth. It's like hitting the reset button for your neck. Now, let's move down to your shoulders. Years of driving, gardening, or even reading in bed can leave our shoulders rounding forward. My grandma used to say it looked like we were trying to protect our heart. But what we're really doing is squishing our lungs and making it harder to take deep, energizing breaths. Try this. Shoulder blade squeezes. Pretend you're holding a pencil between your shoulder blades. Don't let it drop. Hold for 5 seconds, then relax. Do this 10 times a day. You can even do it seated. Perfect while you're on the phone with grandkids or watching the news. Now, here's the magic. Combine the chin tuck and shoulder blade squeeze. Tuck your chin, roll your shoulders back, and imagine a string pulling the top of your head toward the ceiling. Feels lighter, doesn't it? That's your body thanking you for giving it room to breathe and move. I'll let you in on a little secret. My friend Bob started doing these 2 fixes while he waited for his morning coffee to brew. After a month, he told me, I didn't realize how much I'd been staring at the ground until I started looking at the world straight on again. These small changes add up, friends. And the best part, you're not just standing taller. You're reclaiming the energy and ease that's always been inside you. You know, after we chatted about balancing that bowling ball head and rolling those shoulders back, I got a note from a viewer named Margaret. She wrote, I've been doing the chin tuck every morning. It's become as routine as my cup of Earl Grey, but I'm still noticing a nagging ache in my lower back when I stand too long. Sound familiar? Well, Margaret's onto something, because while fixing our head and shoulders is a fantastic start, there's one more piece to the puzzle, and it's hiding right where you're sitting or standing right now. Let's talk about your hips and pelvis. Think of your pelvis like the foundation of a house. If it's tilted too far forward or backward, everything above it, your spine, ribs, even your neck, has to compensate. That's why so many of us feel that dull ache after standing at the stove or shuffling through the grocery store. But here's the good news. Aligning your pelvis is simpler than you think. Let me show you what I call the pelvic clock exercise. Imagine your pelvis is the face of a clock. Sitting or standing tall, gently tilt your hips forward like you're pouring a teapot. That's 12 o'clock. Then tilt them backward as if you're tucking your tail under. That's 6 o'clock. Now, rock slowly between 12 and 6, like a pendulum, for 10 seconds. Feels a bit strange at first, doesn't it? But this little movement wakes up muscles we often forget about, the ones that keep us stable. Do this anytime you've been sitting for a while, or even while waiting for the bus. My neighbor Roy does it during his crossword puzzles, and he swears it's helped him say goodbye to that locked-up feeling when he stands. Now, let's put it all together. Here's the secret sauce: stacking your posture. Start at the bottom, your feet hip-width apart, weight evenly distributed. Then check your pelvis. Imagine you're balancing a tray of cookies on your lower back. You don't want them sliding off. Tuck your chin. Roll those shoulders back and let your arms hang loose. This isn't about standing stiff as a board. It's about finding your body's natural alignment. You should feel grounded, not tense. And if you catch yourself slumping, no worries. That's just your body's reminder to reset. A viewer named Frank shared a story with me last week. He'd been practicing these 3 fixes while tending his rose bushes. One day, his granddaughter ran up to him and said, "Grandpa, you look taller." Turns out, Frank wasn't just standing taller. He was moving easier, bending without groaning, and even breathing deeper. Friends, posture isn't about vanity. It's about giving your body the space it needs to thrive. Every time you tuck that chin, squeeze those shoulder blades, or rock your pelvic clock, you're not just standing taller. You're telling yourself, "I'm worth the effort." And here's the beautiful part. These fixes don't ask for hours of your day. They fit into the cracks of your routine, waiting for the microwave, watering the plants, or chatting with an old friend. Think of your body like this little plant. When it's leaning too far one way, it struggles to grow. But with a little support, a little attention to its foundation, it blooms. You know, when I started this journey toward better posture, I thought I was just fixing my back. But something unexpected happened. I began noticing changes in places I never imagined. My morning walks felt lighter. I could take deeper breaths, like I'd unlocked extra space in my lungs. Even my digestion improved. Turns out, when you're not hunched over, your stomach has room to do its job properly. That's the thing about posture. It's not just about standing straight. It's about how your entire body functions when everything's aligned as nature intended. Let me share something beautiful I learned from a physical therapist friend. For every inch your head shifts forward from its ideal position, your spine has to support an extra 10 pounds of weight. 10 pounds. That's like carrying around a sack of potatoes on your neck all day. No wonder we feel exhausted by afternoon. But here's what's truly remarkable. When you start practicing those 3 fixes we talked about, the chin tuck to balance your head, the shoulder blade squeeze to open your chest, and the pelvic clock to stabilize your foundation, you're not just relieving aches, you're giving your lungs more space to oxygenate your blood. Hello, energy boost. Reducing pressure on your digestive organs. Goodbye, bloating. And even improving circulation to your brain. Sharp mind, here we come. Now, I won't pretend it's always easy to remember. Some days you'll catch yourself slouching over your crossword puzzle or gardening with rounded shoulders. I still do. But here's what helps me. Link these posture checks to daily triggers. Every time I hear the phone ring, shoulder blade squeeze, wait for my tea to steep, pelvic clock rocks, see a red traffic light, chin tuck. Before long, it becomes second nature. Like my friend Eleanor says, I've turned my posture fixes into a game. How many can I do before Jeopardy? Comes on, I want to leave you with this thought. Standing tall isn't about defying age. It's about honoring the life you've lived and the years still ahead. That slight straightening of your spine, it's a quiet act of rebellion against the idea that we're supposed to shrink as we grow older. So here's my invitation to you. Start small. Pick one of these fixes today, whichever feels easiest, and do it just 3 times. Tomorrow, maybe you'll remember 4 times. And one day soon, you'll realize you've been standing taller without even thinking about it. I'd love to hear your stories in the comments. What surprised you? What felt challenging? Because this isn't just my journey, it's ours. And if you found this helpful, pass it along to a friend who might need to hear it. After all, good posture, like good friendship, is best when shared. Here's to standing tall, breathing deep, and embracing every year with open arms. Until next time, my friends, keep blooming where you're planted.